Where's the camera?
Sounds. Are we live? Welcome, everybody. Are we live, Rich?
Yes. You're talking.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you so much for coming on today. Which camera am I looking in? This one here. Okay, so I'm with Rachel today. This is Xander. You know Xander already. This is Rachel, my second daughter. So Rachel is helping out today because Toni-Ann is recovering. Those of you who know us, you know Toni-Ann is recovering from her surgery. And I want to thank all of you for all the messages and the well-wishing and everything for Toni-Ann's recovery. Toni-Ann is doing well. So is everybody else, Xander and Rachel. So thank you, Maxine. I am a little bit, Toni-Ann usually hosts this, but Rachel is going to do her best today. Rachel, say hi. So Rachel is actually Xander's mommy. So is Xander, so Xander look like me? Right? Xander is one of these people these babies who just went through the gene pool and said, give me this, I want this, I want this. He chose what he wanted to look like. Say hi to everybody. You're making the people know that you suck your finger. Say hi. All right. And I also have Xander's dad helping out in the background. These hands are so happy for daddy, right? Say, yay, daddy, yay, daddy. So I want to thank Brent as well for helping us. So Rachel, the questions. I need my glasses. Anybody asking me anything yet? Rachel made her debut. Yes, Maxie, Rachel made her debut. Thank you. Yes, Toni-Ann is doing well. So I'm not so sure she will be well for next week, but we're praying for a full recovery. Thank you, Janice. Yes, we're praying for a full recovery. Someone asked me a question last week that I needed to have answered. Hold on, Zans. Hold on. I need to find the question. Toni-Ann is also listening in. Tony, can you tell me about the questions, please? All right, the only one question I remember the person asked me was, so Claudia, how does a person get rich? That was a question, somebody asked me. How does a person get rich? I can't tell you. But basically, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Go and buy that book, everybody. Fundamental thing that Mr. Kiyosaki taught me, and I think he's trying to tell everybody else, is that you are to buy assets. Yeah. He says rich people buy assets. So fundamentally, rich people buy assets, middle class buy liability, and poor people buy nothing, neither liability nor assets. So the person who asked me how you get rich, the answer is read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. How the book, the subtitle is What the Rich Teach Their Children That the Poor Don't. That's the subtitle of the book. Very good book. And he has written quite a number of books with other persons as well. I've read at least 10 of his books. So read the books. The first one I read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What the rich teach their children that poor don't. Read the book. And the takeaway is the rich buy assets, the middle class buy liabilities, and the poor don't buy anything. That's it. All right, Tony, everybody praying for a speedy recovery. Rachel, you have a question for me?
London to Jamaica says, do you have any old home for me yet?
No, London to Jamaica. Don't have any old home. Why you want an old home? We have so many nice homes selling, you know? You don't want an old home. Reasons? Buy a piece of land and build a question. Build a little house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say build a house from scratch, man. I like building new houses. There's just something about the earth and bringing up the block and steel from the ground, and you know, it was just a really good feeling. So Maxie, you said that's $1 million question. Yeah, how do you get rich? And I just tell you, you know, buy assets. I know somebody going to ask me soon what is an asset, but let me just wait. Okay.
Next one. Rochelle Campbell says, do you have any house in Portmore for $8 million in Waterford?
Think about what Waterford is. Think about Waterford. We do. Send Toni-Ann phone a WhatsApp message. What's her number again? 773
8733.
Is that a number?
That's her WhatsApp number. There's so many numbers.
Just so many. Tony, we need a WhatsApp number, please. Send it to my WhatsApp, please. Xander start selling any house yet? Yeah, man. Xander, you start selling house yet? Xander going to start selling land first. Seasons?
Okay. Jamaican Canadian says, I just bought a house from out of the blue. What are your thoughts on this? Can it be used for a bed and breakfast when I'm not there?
I know where out of the blue is. It's kind of up in the hills. If you're catering to the overseas people, they prefer to be on the coastline. They prefer to be not too driving too far up in the hills, which I know out of blue is up on the hills, right? So the locals may not mind. That's the locals who understand the terrain of Jamaica. But in terms of those just visiting the island for the first time, they prefer to be on the coast. So which is why they prefer to like a Richmond and a Draxall and so on, even Stonebrook and those places they like, because they're just on the name. What's the procedure?
Jungle Princess Creative World says, what is the procedure to get a residential building plan passed? Is there any time limit once approved to begin construction?
All right. Yes. What's the person's name?
Jungle Princess.
Jungle Princess. So to get it a building passed, right? Yeah. All right. So you have to find a draftsman or architect who will do the drawing. They will also submit it to the parish council, but there's a cost to the parish council that you have to pay. And I had that cost with me now. I have to go find it and put it up. So there's a cost. So you pay the parish council, you pay the draftsman or the architect for the drawing. He does it. They will submit it to the parish council. And usually they will ensure that it is get the stamp of approval from the parish council. In the parish council, it will take you about anywhere from 3 to 4 months, depending on if the draftsman or the architect did everything to the specifications and the likings of what the parish council officers want. Then they're going to give you a stamp, and you must start your building within 6 months of getting the stamp. So if you're not ready to start the building, it don't make sense to put the drawing through the parish council, right? You must be ready because the stamp only lasts 6 months to start. Notice I never said finish. I said to start, right? Mm-hmm. What is it, Zan? What is it? Ready to get on back now. Should we now take you off the TV? What is it? You ready to get on back now? What happened? You want to come off the TV? You understand? You want to come off the TV? All right. You look like you settled down. All right. So I'm settled down. All right. So what's the other question?
Okay. Rochelle Campbell replied with anywhere different from Waterford. I guess for the same 8
million. For the same 8 million. No. The closest I have to that is at 10.5 at Jamaica Estates. That's off St. John's Road. and that is St. John's Road on Bellevue Boulevard or Bellevue Heights Road, 10.5 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom attached house. I don't have anything else. I should be getting a Portmore soon though. Getting a Portmore soon. Look out for it, but it's the same attached.
The person who wanted an old house only has 1 million.
Oh, you only has 1 million. 1 million. I haven't seen a whole house of 1 million. Last one I saw was the one for 4.5 that was sold at in Manchester. For 4.5. 1 million.
Okay, guys, see Tony's WhatsApp number there.
Okay, 771-6869. So Tony's WhatsApp is 771-6869.
Hulda Nelson says, can I plant fruit trees on the gated community property?
You can plant fruit trees. It just depends on what size lot you have. Some lot sizes are small, so like a 5,000 square feet, you have to plant a miniature mango tree, or you can't plant nothing like breadfruit tree, too big and high, right? You can't plant nothing too big if you're on a 5,000 square foot lot. You need at least a quarter acre. Any land in Portmore? No, not that I know of. Need my glasses. All right, Rach, next question.
Janice Jackson, how long would it take to build a house once you have it approved by the parish council, provided the materials and workmen are in place? For a small 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, approximately 1,100 square feet.
We can do it in 6 months. We can do it in 6 months. Barring weather, rain, and all of that. That's what usually delays us. The rains usually delays us. Because we're using block and steel, we have to wait for something. So when we do the flashing up, we have to wait for it to dry out. You know, the rendering, we have to wait again before we can put on paint and stuff, because we can't put paint on wet cement, right? So we usually flash up and we try to do other things while we wait on that. So, you know, so it's not as if we're sitting waiting. But we use block and steel to build, and it does take some time to build. I would say the quickest we can probably do it is 4 months. If we gang it with a lot of men, gang it, sons, gang it. Gang it, ways, sons.
Maxine wants to know, what is the difference between a draftsman and an architect?
Oh, so an architect went through a 4-year degree in Jamaica and would have gotten his certification. What's the difference, Rach? So Rachel here did civil engineering as a degree. But to be a civil engineer, what you have to do? What is the thing you have to do to get it?
You have to do a degree and some years of experience.
So you need to do another degree? No.
You have to do a certified degree.
Which is a civil engineer degree. And some years of experience.
And then an exam to join the PERB, Professional Engineers Registration Board.
Oh, and then an exam to do the Professional Registration Engineering Board. Okay, so like Rachel did her degree. So you're now doing the experience. And then she has to go and do a professional exam. I think it's the same thing with architects. To get that word that says architect. So a draftsman now, he does basic drafting using AutoCAD or any one of those, Revit or any one of those programs. But in Jamaica, the draftsman is also allowed to submit a drawing to the parish council and get it approved. Mark, I don't think they can go over a certain square footage. But for a basic 1,000, 2,000 square foot house, yes, I think they can do that.
Okay, T says, do you know what percentage of the population has home ownership?
No, that I don't know. Is it something that can be Googled? What percentage of the population, you mean the Jamaican population, have home ownership?
Okay, TJ says, what are the pros and cons of using a mortgage brokerage company?
The mortgage brokerage is supposed to look at different companies that give mortgage. So they will look at maybe 3 or 4 different companies that give mortgage and say to you, based on your circumstances or what you're trying to achieve, this mortgage company is the best one to go with. That's what the brokerage does. Usually it's a mortgage company that pays the brokerage, not you, the customer.
Okay. Monique Richards, can I have my plan done, then wait until I'm ready to get to build to get it approved by the parish council?
There is no point in getting the plan done if you're not ready to build, because the architect or draftsman will draw the plan for you. 1, 2, 4 years pass, then you decide, okay, I'm ready to build. You put it into the parish council. By that time, the architect or draftsman may have gone. You might have changes on the blueprint, and he's not around to effect the changes. All right. So it's best when you're ready to build, you engage the services of a draftsman or architect. Then put it through the parish council. Parish council say, hey, I don't like the size of this bathroom, or I don't like the size of this bedroom, it has to be changed, or I don't like how you do the structural drawings and this has to be changed. Then, or I don't like the sewage size for the house. Then the draftsman and your architect is right there with you, ready to make changes and resubmit it again. If you wait, you may be out of touch with the draftsman or your architect. All right?
Okay. Jamaican Canadian, this is the out of the blue property. What I really want is a bed and breakfast purpose for the most 22 million, gated with pool and close to the beach.
22 million, gated with pool
And close to
and close to the beach. The only properties that might fit that is in Portmore are up in Falmouth. Falmouth is close to the beach, so it's Portmore. And Portmore have gated. You have Caribbean Estates. You have Portmore Country Club. You have the new ones coming up. No, them don't have a pool. Hold on. You have Cayman as estate that have pool. Closest beach would be Hellshire. Talking about Falmouth, you have Florence Hall, you have Stonebrook Manor. You have all of those in Florence, in Trelawney, and the beach is at Trelawney, is at Falmouth. For 22 million, I can't think of anywhere else. Oh, you have Ocean Point. Oh, but Ocean Point, you ever see Ocean Point sell out? Ocean Point, have swimming pool, lawn tennis court. What else? Lawn tennis court. Trying to remember. Gym. I'm afraid. But Ocean Point. I was selling Ocean Point for like 15, 16, 24 million for the 3 beds. I don't know if they have any more. Check if they have any more.
Okay. Hair Care says, what are good future careers in Jamaican real estate apart from an agent?
Civil engineer.
Property manager.
Property manager. Civil engineer like Rachel. Good career. Your best career is sales. Can I tell you?
You're in control.
You're in control, right, Rach? Your best career is sales. The more you work is the more money you make in sales. It really don't matter what you're selling. You could be selling water, right? In real estate, the 2 best things in real estate, the first one is sales. The second one is real estate developer. No, second one is real estate investor. And third is real estate developer. Those are the 3 best careers in real estate.
You have to be an agent to be a developer.
No, you don't have to be an agent to be a developer. But you have to have some money because you have to go buy the land and they develop it. But those are the 3 best ones in terms of if you talk about earnings. What is it?
No. Dwayne Bennett says, who is a legal aid? Is legal aid different from real estate lawyer?
Legal aid. When we say legal aid, we're talking about legal aid, people at legal aid clinic who help persons who are less fortunate and cannot afford a lawyer. That's what we refer to when we talk about legal aid, right?
A lawyer is private
Yeah. So a lawyer is somebody who's called to the bar. They usually run private companies, or some lawyers work for government. But to work for you, they would own their own private practice, or they're part of a private practice. So that's basically different. And the new developments on the North Coast, yes. Remember, we have Ocho Country Club. Go to our YouTube and you see it. And they can WhatsApp me if you want one. Ocho Country Club on the North Coast. Good afternoon, everyone. Ah, you're late, Marcia. Yes. Hi. Thanks for joining.
Okay, Brian says, what is the single most important thing that the Jamaican government can do to make housing more affordable?
From what standpoint, though? I think housing is affordable. Just think that Jamaicans take too long Brian, you probably should take this out. You probably won't honestly, go to daddy's house. Go. Thank you, Xander, for staying with us so long. All right. The single most important thing that the Jamaican government can do to make housing more affordable. Brian. Well, the first thing the government should do is not raise the benefits. A lot of people going to cuss out my daylight now about this.
That's the NHT.
That's the NHT benefit. That NHT benefit that the government keeps raising, I can tell you, if they were still lending 1 million, like I took my loan, it was 1 million. Tony took hers, it was 1.5. So I took my 1 million, took another loan from another bank, 2.5. I was able to build a townhouse in 2003 for 3.5 million. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the benefit was at 1.1 million at the time.
But that can't give you a house, no.
It could if they did not raise the benefit. Now they moved the benefit. Tony got hers at 1.5.
That can build a starter unit.
It could have in 2003. They didn't raise it. Now,
but in 2021.
I think that the NHT benefit amount rate drives inflation. So in other words, give you an example. I sold a quad for 2.8. I don't remember the year. The benefit was 3 million. Then the benefit ran to 4.5. And the same quad ran to 4.5 in price. Then they raised it again to 5 million. And the quad run to 5 million. Before the benefit moved to 6 million, a man called me and said, Claudia, I sell him a quad and I want 5.8 million. I couldn't get it sell because the benefit was at 5 million. You see, the minute the benefit raised to 6, boom, the quad sell. Has an inflationary role. Now, they raised the benefit last year before, I think it was, to 6.5. Was it last year or a year before? I don't remember. They raised the benefit, guys. 6.5. And the quads ran to 7 million. The quads and the Waterfords ran to 7 million. If tomorrow morning the government of Jamaica raises that NHT benefit to 7 million, 7.5 million, 8 million, I guarantee you the quads will run to 10 million. Because the quads are now at 8, eh? Yeah, the quads are now at 8, so is the Waterfords. They're now at 8 million.
Basic, square.
Yeah, basic. I mean, so these raising of these the benefits don't benefit the buyers.
I suppose NHT is supposed to be what low income earners can afford.
Yeah, it benefits the sellers. Mm-hmm. You know, so the single most thing they can do is not raise that benefit. But of course, they're going to raise the benefit because the developers are saying, hey, we can't build a house for less than 13, 14, 15 million, and we want this. The NHT people cannot afford it, and they cannot afford it, and they'll go on and on. You know what I mean? So it's going to be raised, right? Mm-hmm. The other challenges Jamaicans have when it comes to buying houses is that you buy liabilities before you buy a house. What's a liability, Rich? So you have asset, you have liability.
Things that take money from you.
Tell the people what a liability is. Let them hear. Can you learn? What's a liability?
Things that take money from you.
Things that take money from you. That's a liability. So Xander is a liability right
The
now.
house you live in is a liability.
Yeah, the house you live is a liability too. Because she but class, so she learned. So she said the things that take money from you are liabilities. So technically, Xander is a liability now because he's taking money from Rachel and myself and his father. But, so yes, a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. And an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. Jamaicans buy liabilities first. So when you are to go to the bank or NHT or anybody to get a loan, you have car loan on it, you have student loan, you have paycheck loan, you have demand loan, you have all these loans. There are about 4 loans that this mortgage officer is looking at and saying, hey, well, you can't pay about my mortgage because you have too many things coming out of your account, right? You should aim, and I see somebody here, you should aim to buy your real estate within 1 to 2 years of you holding down your first little work, right? You should also, and this is more not even about the government why you're not able to buy. This is more about to you. Persons have this thing where they don't want to live where they can afford. Right, Rich? I don't like you know. You don't want to live where you can afford. Because she don't have to. She said she don't have to, which is true, because she living where her mother lives. But on her little pay now, if she was to buy something, she would be buying in Spanish Town, she'd be buying in Portmore, which in fact she is buying in Spanish Town because she buying a Jamaica with her sister. But that's where she would go, and that's where I'm going to tell them to go live so that they understand what it is to live where you can afford. So when them get the Spanish Town house, I pop them up and say, go and live at Spanish Town.
You're gonna miss us.
I'm gonna miss you.
Who's gonna cook your Sunday dinner?
Who's gonna cook my Sunday dinner? So, but yeah, within the first 2 years, so like my daughters, Rachel and Toni have already used their NHT to purchase, so them now going on to use the banks to get the loans. But you have to buy within the first 2 years of you getting your little job, eh? And you have to think about buying what you can afford. You keep saying, oh, I'm not living in Portmore, I'm not living in Spanish Town, where some say I'm not likely. Now live on me a pen.
Now you don't have to live with your parents.
Oh. All right. So Rachel has given you a solution. Rachel, what's the solution?
Live with your parents.
Live with your parents.
Rent out where you don't want.
And rent out where you don't want to live. You see the solution, simple guys. Training, right? So the Rachel, that's you're gonna do. You're gonna rent out where you don't want to live. So next question.
If I am to borrow 25 years, and want to purchase a loan and I'm 60 years old, is there a bank in Jamaica that will lend me?
No. At age 60, you can only get a loan up to age 70.
10 years.
10 years is the maximum that the bank will lend you. 10 years. What you should do, if you have children, join with a younger child. Right? So I had joined with Toni-Ann. I even joined with Richie Boo here too. So them get the long 40 years or 30 years. But at the same time, you don't want them long time to pay off loans anyway. But see if the 10 years will give you the amount that you want to borrow. So going to the loan amortization calculator, I showed you that calculator last week. Going to the loan amortization calculator, put in the amount that you want to borrow. Put 10 years in it and see how much money it spits out. Maybe we can do that a little later, but let me just take these questions first. Or somebody in the chat who knows how to use the loan amortization. Just go in loan amortization. She's 60 years old, so she can only get a 10-year. Put in what you need to tell me is how much you want to borrow. Maybe you want to borrow 10 million. and buy a belly acre from you, a 1-bedroom. So let us see how much 10 million, to put in 10 million at 7.5% for 10 years, and tell me how much per month would this lady pay per month for $10 million.
I wanted to build a 4-bedroom, a family home, dining room, living room, 2.5 bathroom on my own land. Do you do that kind of work?
Yes, we do construction as well. You can send me an email, but you have to have the blueprint first. Remember, blueprint approved by the parish council in the parish that you're in.
I want to build on my own land. What is a cheap material to use? I have heard of foam building and cement. The foam is in between. Can you please advise me?
And I've never actually used that method, but that method is free-form factory. So what you can do, free-form factory is out at Nanspen, I think. They have a website as well. Building block and steel. Now, guys, those of you building, who hemming a hand about building, steel has gone up from $99,000 to almost $150,000 per ton. Right? So the cost of building house is gonna go up. Used to be like 10,000 square feet. I would budget for about 12,000 square feet. All right. Ocean Point, yes, Ocean Point. What is on the coast? 22 million can get you to Ocean Point, I think.
Any property available for sale in Florence Hall?
Yeah, we just sold a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for 17 million. You never saw that on my videos, man. I was selling 2-bed, 2-bath Florence Hall. Look if any more is there. But 17 million is what? It's under offer here now. Maybe if you offer 18, we'll consider it.
Is there a scheme I can pay into that will enable me to get a loan, and how much do I start with?
I don't know of such a scheme, that would enable you to get a loan. It's only NHT I know that. National Housing Trust. Are you local or overseas? So if you're overseas, you pay 3% of your income for 2 years, and you're eligible for the maximum, which is 6.5 million. If you're local, you pay the same 3% if you're self-employed, and you're eligible after 1 year to get the maximum of 6.5 million. If you're working, you pay, if you're employed, you pay 2% of your income, I think. But there's only National Housing Trust I know that you can pay into and get a loan. 6.5 maximum.
When you talk about a real estate investor, are you talking about foreclosures, buying ugly houses to fix up, or rentals, etc.?
There are so many ways you can be a real estate investor. So you can be a real estate investor by partnering with other people and doing a development. That's one way. You can be a real estate investor by, as you say, by foreclosures or by private treaties and resell. You can buy the ugly house and you don't even have to fix it up. You can resell it if you want.
Just wait.
Yeah, just wait.
Inflation.
Just wait on it. Or Rachel, in my class too much, man. This girl, what I said, teacher teach good. Yeah, as Rachel says, are you wait until inflation? Or you just wait until NHT benefit go up and then boom, the price gone run with it. So many ways. With the rentals, you get what's called cash flow. But Janice, I suggest you buy Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You learn, he teaches all about real estate. That's where I learned most of what I know.
What's the steps for buying land cash, and is a lawyer necessary?
The sellers usually need a lawyer. It's not every time I'm buying a piece of real estate I use a lawyer. What governs your sale is the sale agreement. If you can understand that agreement, read it, sign it, you understand what is going on, then you should be able to go through it with a lawyer. Now, I learned about sale agreements because I did a paralegal course in Jamaica, where they actually go through that entire sale agreement. I'm just locking the windows, guys, because it's raining right now. I did learn about the entire sales process from that paralegal course. Just a little baby course, gave me a paralegal certificate. I've never actually done any paralegal work. But just that course alone, and again, it's Robert Kiyosaki book I read, and it says, go do that, do this, do this. And I learned, right? So.
What does it mean when a property is under contract and under offer?
Well, under offer means that they just put in the offer. So like now I have some of my decks that are under offer. The person's just put in the offer, send it off to the sellers. Sellers will sign and say yes, no, or reject the offer, counter offer, and so on. So it's under offer.
Under contract.
Under contract now means it's gone to contract. So the same sale agreement I'm telling you about. It has now gone to the lawyers, and the lawyers are now negotiating that contract. When they complete the negotiations, it's signed by the seller, and the buyer pays his deposit, and the seller signs, and now it's under contract.
Are you selling any homes in New West Isle development in Little London, Westmoreland? Do you know anything about the developer type of area?
No, I know. I've never heard of this development. There's actually a development in New West Isle. Hold on, Rach. Let me just write that down. New West Isle in
Little London.
Little London. Delano, maybe you can send. Is Delano out? Who has a question? Maybe you can send me the TJ. Send me the info if you have it. Let me check it out. That's in Little London. I sold a land in Little London years ago. A lady just moved on our board house onto it. First time I'm seeing board houses.
Any new gated community in St. Elizabeth looking for land 2.5 to 3 million?
Delana, you so missed it. I don't know where you're going to get that again. Palmbrook is now at 4.5. I'm selling Palmbrook now for 4.5. I just sold 4.5. Don't know where you're going to get 2.5 in a development, in a scheme. My gosh. Delano, I think you missed the boat on that one. You have to up your budget now. Mark says your daughter is nice. Thank you, Mark. That much I can say. Richard, why don't read the nice comment? Under contract means sold. No, under contract don't necessarily mean sold. It's under contract, but they don't close the sale yet. It's when they close the sale, it means close. I have 100 messages. Oh my God. Richard, you have to step up your game. You have to step up your game. Step up.
No, I mean you've already received 100 messages since time.
Since, okay.
There is a company here in the States that's building home in days using 3D printers. Small 2-bed, 1-bath home could cost as little as $4,000 US. However, the 3D printer has a hefty price tag, $55,000 US.
So it's actually the house actually costs you 55 plus 4,000. Costs you 59,000, which is a basic price of a house here. Can you get a mortgage without paying interest if the borrowed payment is paid within the time frame? What's the question? Nelson, you can't get a mortgage without paying interest.
Yeah,
they all come with interest, yeah. Sounds like price is going to go on.
Price gouging.
Price gouging. Sounds like price gouging. What's price gouging?
Somebody answered Delano.
Black River land at Brucefield. How many know that one? Yeah? Delano. There's a community in Black River called Brucefield. And that's 3.5 mil. But Delano say I have 3 mil. I must check it out. Black River. Then buy car too much for true. Yes. Buy a house first before you buy. Buy your house before you buy car. Before you buy liabilities, people. Remember when you buy the car and you have the car payment, you have gas, you have insurance, what's the average? You have maintenance.
Service, yeah.
You have service. So my daughter said, Rachel, so, okay, Rach, get in your car. I said, Mom, what was the question you asked me? What was the question? She said, Mom, who's going to pay the insurance and who's going to put the gas in the car? That she asked me, you know. Because she's in the class, she looked at her income and realized that, hell, my income can't carry this enough. Even though I've bought her the car and it's sitting on the driveway, her income cannot carry the gas, the insurance, and those things. So, I just sell back the car and put the money in my pocket. So there was her for a no car. So you see, she have sense. She learned the lesson. I know a lot of you would have taken that car. And then every day I make about a gas money. But not Rachel. She just said, no, that's not going to happen.
Is there any land cutting up and selling in St. Anne?
St. Anne? Think, Claudia. I don't know the whole of St. Anne. There may be enough, but I can't tell you. St. Anne? I don't know. We had Hills of Draxall, I say, but that finished now. We had Hills of Draxall. We also had Pyramid Heights. Those are sold out. I don't know of any more. Maybe up in the hills, like Brownstone and so on, but I don't have the info. Marcia says, that is Rachel. Yes, this is Rachel. Susanna's mom.
Dwayne Bennett says, why borrow money from the bank to buy a house and you have the live cash in your saving?
Yeah.
Because you won't work forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Bennett is right. Listen, everybody. If you have the money, those are you sitting on 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000 US dollars. Buy the land or buy a house, right? Some of you have money backed up in all these things. Just take it out. Do we do loans? No, we don't do loans. Greetings. Thank you, Devon. How are you, Devon? So everybody, this is Rachel. Those of you who came on late. So Toni-Ann did her surgery. She's out of the hospital now, and thank God she's doing well. She's recovering, so she should get back to us in another maybe 2 weeks, Rach. So Rachel may be on next week as well. So this is my second daughter, Rachel. Rachel is the mother of Xander. That's her new claim to fame. Right. And Rachel also is a junior civil engineer. So she's now studying. But I don't know if Rachel is going to. Rachel, you're going to go on to do the exam? Rachel look like she's on easy peas. Oh, I should tell you, those of you who speak Mandarin, Rachel say hi in Mandarin.
Ni hao.
Say something else, man. She said ni hao. That's all I know in Mandarin. Ni hao. Say something else.
I can say da jia hao. Hello, everyone.
Da jia hao. Hello, everyone. And what else?
Mm.
You have more?
You can say ni men hao ma. How are you all?
Ni men hao ma. How are you all? Now, what else you can say? So I'm Rachel, and I'm happy to be here. You can say that? How do you say that?
Rachel, Rachel.
That's it?
I can say it, but I can't think right now.
She can't think. Put her on the spot. All right. So would it make sense to purchase a block and steel and put it down? No. All right. So what you do? Oh, Simone says she can offer 18 for the house. Whoa, Simone. Take the buyer, pay the deposit, and pay money already. Block and steel. Hold on. I need to answer this one first. What that one saying?
Can you apply for NHT grant if you live abroad?
NHT grant is not a grant. Yeah, you get a grant if you're earning under a certain amount. But if you live overseas, I don't think you would qualify. The people who get the grant, 2.5 million, I think it is. Those persons are below the minimum wage threshold already, really below. So the government of Jamaica gives them a grant, which I agree with. They give them a grant to help them to purchase. So them use that grant and them can merge it with them children's benefit or whoever and buy a house. I agree with that. Simone say you can offer 18 million. Simone, I need to find your house. Send me a WhatsApp, Simone. Let me see if anything else out in the zone. Next question.
What about Draxall? What sort of prices for 2-3 bedroom?
Draxall is already at over 25 million. I sold one for 24 million for a 2-bed. I sold a 3-bed for 36 million. So they're already up at that point, up in that bracket. What is Janice asking?
Would it make sense to purchase steel and blocks to put down now?
No, Janice. What you do now? All right. So I'll tell you what I do. I love construction, so I'm always building something. You can buy your doors, your windows, your locks. So what I usually do is pick a room, eh? So pick a bathroom. You buy the face basin or the cabinet. You buy the mixers for the shower. You buy the mixers for the basin itself. You buy the mirror. You buy all of those things that you know, your toilet, the bath if you're going with bath, tiles if you're going with tiles. So pick a bathroom, buy those. Then you might pick, so you let us say you have 3 bathrooms, buy for each bathroom. The last thing you may buy is a tile because the tiles patterns change and so on. So I wouldn't buy the tile, but certainly the toilet, the mixers. I make sure you buy good mixers because now that you're only spending the little money, you can buy good things. You can buy Moen, you can buy Delta, those things, right? You can also pick the kitchen and you say, okay, I'm gonna buy. So like a kitchen sink that I installed when Xander was being born last year. I actually bought it from Exotic Stones maybe 6 years ago. Yeah. And had it down. The same thing with the faucet and put it down. So instead of you spending 10,000 willy-nilly, you can buy a door, you can buy 3 locks, you can buy a toilet, you can buy a face basin, you can buy a 4x4 window. Well, not a 4x4 for 10,000, but you can buy a 2x2 window, which would go into your bathroom. You know, don't buy the block and steel and those things and put them down. No. Buy the internal things, the things that will finish your house. Because I can tell you, why we have a lot of unfinished houses in Jamaica? Persons reach a certain stage and can't finish them, don't have the fixtures, and then run out of money. But while you're here now, you don't even probably not even find the land yet. Or you just find the land and you're figuring out draftsman and these things. Allocate a certain part of your income now to buy the fixtures and put them down. That is what I do. We do that. Miss Claudia, thank you. Read Anne-Marie thing, Rich.
Now I ask myself the question, is it an asset or a liability before I spend my money?
Yes, Anne-Marie, you have to ask. Will it put money in your pocket or not? So when you invite a man out to dinner, I really want you to say to yourself, you know, I'm going to dinner with this man. I'm going to foot the bill. This is going to be an asset later on or liability.
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 Him foot the bill.
Rachel said, "Thank you for the bill." You sure you want to say that? With Brent just around the corner there, so. You, Brent, you sure you want to say that? So you said you brought your block and steel before you started your project, yes. But you bought it a year before, not years before. Notice the difference. So the steel, if you put on the steel on the ground, the steel will sit down there and rotten because you have to put it outside, right? So don't buy it years before. You're going to buy things that the door, the windows, those things, the toilets, those things last forever, you know? The name of the person who builds board houses, her name is actually near to mine. It's Claudia Davidson. That's her name. She builds them out in Westmoreland.
What is the name of the person that builds board houses?
Claudia Davidson. Burn Lily, I see your question, but you have to send me a blueprint. I can't tell you the cost. I have a number of
RK books. In fact, my daughter took my Rich Dad Poor Dad off to school with her.
Yes, yes, great info. Revisit the books. Revisit it, Janice. What happened to me now, I bought the book a couple years ago, read it, never learned the lesson. About 2 years later, I decided, let me pick up at this book because I was struggling. And I did, and it changed my life. I also taught my children the one that says rich kid, smart kid. I think that's what it's called. That one is a good one, everybody, for you to use with your children. You kind of have like on a Sunday today, you're having a discussion around the table. Just bring in a book and do a chapter. Every week you do a chapter and you discuss it. so that they can start picking up on these things. You have any 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom available at gated in Spanish Town in 12 million? No, we don't.
No.
12 million. No.
Not gated.
Not gated. You're not going to find 12 million gated in Spanish Town. Phoenix would have been the closest, but they're sold out. You're still in school and you want to do what, Princess?
Become a real estate agent.
I guess you're trying to say you want to become a real estate agent. Oh, good. So you would go to the real estate board website. They have an exam that you would do a course for, I think it's 1 month, and then you do the exam, right?
That's after a bachelor's degree.
No, not necessarily. You can go straight up. It just depends how mature you are.
Can I get a loan for building a house from NHT as I already had a loan for buying a land?
Yes, you can. You'll get the difference. So they're now at 6.5. So let us say you borrow $2 million from them to buy the land. They'll give you $4.5 million. So yes, you can. And they will use the same. You can build more than one house with the 3D printer, Miss Claudia. I don't know about this 3D printer. Somebody need to send me that, 3D printer. So how does this 3D printer work? What kind of material is it using to build this house?
Plastic.
I hardly hear anything about
development in and around the Mandeville area. Is anything taking place there? Mandeville was once the mecca for returning residents.
Yeah, but nothing don't last forever, right? So the returning residents are now on the north coast, and I don't know, maybe 2 years to come, they may be somewhere else. But nothing don't last forever. What happened to Toni? Toni did the operation. So she's recovering. Those of you who have been listening to us, she did an operation on her fibroids, took out all her fibroids. So she's just recovering and she's glad to be rid of those things. And Toni also have a YouTube channel that you can go on and see what she's talking about and so on.
Okay. Is it hard being a real estate agent?
Not if you love real estate like me. If you love real estate like me, easy. You
driving.
The driving is a lot, and the driving just, can I say, I'm going to have to hire a driver very soon because the driving is grueling, right? And I'm all over Jamaica. So
you have to be very disciplined.
Yeah.
You have to, a 9-to-5 job.
No, it's not. Rachel is reminding me. It's so not a 9-to-5 job. You have to be disciplined, yes. You do work long hours as well. In the first part of it. Even now that I've had my license from 2008. And I think it's more grueling now because I have lots more calls to answer. I have lots more WhatsApp, lots more emails. There's a lot. It gets more work as you go along because as your business improves and people refer you, your referral unit gets stronger. As your marketing gets stronger, you get more business and more business and more business. So it is a rewarding profession, really, selling real estate. The hardest part of it, I think Rachel said it, is the driving. So if I'm going to Westmoreland, I have to get up and be out there by 5 a.m. As curfew lift, I'm in my car. And to get to Westmoreland, do what I'm doing, and then head back to where I might live, right? So for me, I would spend some time in the hotels around the island because sometimes I don't want to drive back to St. Andrew. I'll just stay where I am, right? The hardest part is the driving. But I would say real estate sales is like anything else, any other sales. You get back what you put in. The more you put out is the more you get back. Pyramid development, are you selling any of those houses? Yes, I can sell them because they are co-broking. We've been to Pyramid. It's just that we maybe haven't sold any yet. But yes, if you want a Pyramid, you can reach out. It's called what's the development called again? Pyramid Development Consortium.
Have you ever thought of putting together a consortium with some of your listeners to purchase a plot of land to build a small estate? Yes.
Yes. Oh, we're doing that now with Homestead. You can still join. Just WhatsApp Toni-Ann. Homestead. We're doing that now in the Homestead. As a matter of fact, why I was late for this meeting was because we had a meeting. So our meetings are actually on Sundays between 1 and 3. And the exec meets before that. So I'm actually meeting right throughout the Sundays. So the Homestead, basically, this is just what you're talking about. A group of us coming together, buy a piece of land, do the subdivision, everybody get them lot, and we do other things. So that's what the Homestead is about. And we've actually called it a name. It's now called Ecosted Development. It's the name of the company that we're about to register. So if you want to get in, guys, those of you listening to me now, you want to get into the Homestead, then you're going to WhatsApp Toni-Ann at what's the number? 771. Oh, gosh. We don't know the number. 771. Somebody post it in the group.
6869.
861? You don't remember. Alia says, get well, Toni-Ann. Yes, Tony. Alia says, get well.
Is it expensive to build a stone wall if you have the stones? What is the cost per running foot?
I know per square yard. They're going to charge you anywhere from 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 per square yard if you have the stones. So I build stone walls. So stone walls basically is the stone, the sand, and the cement. No steel involved, no blocks involved, just a stone. So if you have the stones, so like yes. So when I was doing a Redlands project, you saw me with the stones and you saw me building the stone wall. So as a matter of fact, you can go to that video and look and you will see us building the stone wall. It's called, what's the video called? Building a house or something like that. That's what it's called.
Hold up. How much to reserve 3-bedroom, 2-story in the country club, gated community, including lawyer's fee, and how much is the monthly payment?
Which country club? Ochi Country Club. So Ochi Country Club 3-bed is 37 million. 37 million. You need at least a 10% deposit. Hula Nelson, send me a WhatsApp. 2926776. 2926776. Or send it to Tony's WhatsApp. She'll see it faster than me.
What banks do you recommend for mortgages in Jamaica for overseas buyers?
Definitely Jamaica National. Oh, Rachel, you have the link? Toni-Ann is the one who would know where that is. Toni-Ann, can you post a link in the chat, please? I think she's in the... that could be it, you know, this one up here. All right, so we're going to post a link. What you do is complete this link. It goes to the mortgage office at Jamaica National. And then press this. It's there. What about clicking this arrow? If you don't see the link called Hula Nelson, just send me a WhatsApp and ask for it, please. What you trying to get, Mark? Mark trying to get something I'm gonna have to.
I live in the US. I'm trying to get my NID number.
What's a NID number? NID?
NID. National Identification. The new thing that Andrew Holness is bringing in. The NID.
Oh, but they haven't started that yet, have they?
No, I don't think so.
What you need is a TRN, you mean? Tax registration number. Tax registration, you can, if your WhatsApp us to, we'll send you that link to, but you can go on to the Tax Admin Jamaica, Tax Administration portal, Tax Administration Jamaica, And you can apply for that online. WhatsApp Toni-Ann and ask her to give you the link. I need Toni-Ann's number. I need to write it down. Toni-Ann is in her bed, but she see her still answering WhatsApp. It's a TRN you need. Tax registration number, which is easy on the website.
I contribute to the NHT as a self-employer where I pay $27,000 every quarter. NAS and NHT. Want to know when I get the 6.5 loan and if I'm still going to buy.
You mean still pay the $27,000? You're doing those taxes you pay as long as you're working. As long as you have a job, you're going to pay that tax forever and ever and ever. Remember, tax is something that you have once you're alive.
Once you're able.
NIS means national insurance, right?
It's NIS that you want.
It's NIS you want.
Not need.
Not need. So why you having a hard time? Send them an email. But why you need NIS? You don't need NIS number to buy a place in Jamaica. If you're overseas, you don't need NIS. Or you want to contribute to NHT. I don't think you need NIS if you're overseas. Do you? Check back with is it that you're a Jamaican living overseas? If you're a Jamaican living overseas, them just require a birth certificate also to give you that number. Have you tried to email the national insurance people? They have a website. Yes, you can get a loan from Jamaica National if you're overseas.
Why is escalation cost so expensive?
Because of inflation. That's why you want to buy a house. Because inflation is going to eat away your money.
Does it make sense to purchase fixtures and ship them? Was told these things to be very expensive in Jamaica.
No, it don't make sense. If you're going to ship them and pay the duty here, it don't make sense. I mean, if you're going to give your friend to carry, your friend don't pay any duty, which I find it difficult because once you open them bag, customs people are going to see it and charge duty. We have nice things here. There's this website you can go on called, I shop there a lot, called Active Traders or Active Home Center. Go on the Active Traders website and you get and they have their prices up. So you get a fairly good idea of prices and you can compare them with the country that you're in. But remember, when you get here, when the things get here, the barrel and all of these things, they're going to look at the prices, eh?
So the 3D printer uses cement.
Uses cement. Hold on, yes, you can get a loan. Complete the form. Same Jamaica National. Complete the form, you can get a loan. Are all concrete. Okay.
Please put Tony's number as I don't have it. Tony can't put her number again.
Tony, put your number again. Probably fall asleep. Why don't I know the number? Hold on, let me see if I have it in my phone. God, my WhatsApp is so much. It's another number. Do you have? Oh, so the answer to the question, what was it? The answer to the question about what percentage of Jamaicans live in their own homes. There apparently a survey was done in 2010. It says 63% of Jamaicans lived in their own homes. in 2008, reflecting a 2.9% increase in home ownership over 2007. It would be interesting to know what that percentage is now. You lost where we were?
No, it's said with Mr. Let's see.
Oh, ask her to no, ask her to repost.
Okay. How many years do you think those ready-made board houses being sold in Mandeville would last for?
I don't know. I guess as long as the board lasts.
Can I get a loan to furnish my house in Jamaica? No. Hire purchase.
You can't get a loan through hire purchase. Courts and Sing and those people give hire purchase. Matter of fact, Courts lend you 600,000. You're a customer. Oh. But you can buy on loan. Remember, say you can buy on credit. Mm-hmm. You can take what's called a demand loan from the bank. So the banks will give you up to 5 million in demand loan. You can take a loan from the banks too. So go on the Active Traders website, or the Active Traders, the old name. It's called Active Home Center. I've been buying from them for years. They have a beautiful website. They have all the prices up there. So those you can get a comparison as to what it is. Also, we are going to be opening an online hardware as well. So we'll have the prices. So you can always go onto our site as well and see the prices. All right.
Do I need to come to Jamaica for NHT pre-qualification?
No. You go on their website. So you sound like you're overseas. Go to NHT website, nht.gov.jm, and go to the section that says volunteer contributions. The outline everything, how you would apply and all of that, and what you need.
Is there any land cutting up and selling in St. Catherine or Stony Hill?
Not that I know of. St. Catherine land. All right, so we're going to be having some lands at Villanova, St. Catherine. So we brought them out as duplex first, but we have now realized that we can sell them as single lots. So these are small lots, about, what are they, 3,000 square feet? Are they less? Somebody asked me. If you're interested, just ask me. There are lots that you can build a house, which is probably a maximum width of 20 by 40 or 45. 20 by 40, 45, yeah. What is that? But they're single lots. They come with sewage already. Water supply is in, light is in, electricity. You just build your house and connect to the services. So Tony number there, 773. That's a different one. That's not our WhatsApp number.
She put it earlier.
To demand a delivery fee for those in St. Anne. Yes, Lorna, I will be able to do all of that.
Is there a lot of commercial land in Jamaica?
Yeah, man. Where you want commercial land, Cora? I'm interested in the homestead business. What do I need to do to live? What do I need to do? I live in the UK. Yeah, we have other people from the UK too. Send a WhatsApp to Toni-Ann's WhatsApp, which I'm trying to figure out the number still and can't figure it out. But send it to the 3708138. Send it to that. She answers that as well. 3708138, guys. If you want to be a part of the homestead. Is there a national insurance?
686.
Oh, 7716869. So she posted there now. 7716869. Yeah, 7716869. That's the number. Yeah, and she also answers 3708138. Yeah. You have any more questions?
How long it takes to add an adult child to a title? Cost. I have to use a lawyer. Thanks.
Usually you do. You can use Richards and Richards. It's a number. But if you're adding a child, remember to add a clause that says you're still able to um you're still able to sell the land, to mortgage the land, and so on. Because if you don't add that clause, when the child, you'll have to wait until that child reaches 18 before you can sell it or mortgage it or anything like that.
Can you please tell me what is this homestead and how does it work?
All right, so the homestead is is a place where people live. So each person have their own plot of land and build them house and live. But it also has a farming element to it. So there's a farm, and we may more or less will have a farm manager who will produce food from the farm, and we all benefit from we all get our own things from the farm, right? Like the plant and the mango, the this. What else is unique about the homestead? So the homestead is a group of us come together, we buy the land, we cut it up, we divide it up into zones. So we might have a residential, a farming, and a residential, a agriculture, and a commercial zone. We will decide what goes into the commercial, agricultural, and so on. But basically, the agriculture will be things that we all eat, like breadfruit, mango, ackee. And now you know what I eat, guys. So we're aiming to get persons. We have about, I think it was 70 persons when we had the meeting today. So we're now up to 70. We started out with just 10, but we're now up to 70. So we're actually still trying to find a lot of land to buy, which we have looked at so many lots right now. And we're talking about acreages like 25 acres, 30 acres, 100 acres, the only per acreages that we're looking, so that we can do the farmstead. So we're coming together to do this. I know it will happen. I know it will be great. We're hoping we can get this done within 2 years, so we can get the first one up and running within 2 years. All right, because we hope to just keep putting them around the island, so that I know some of you overseas, you just want to come home. Me, for one, I want to be eating the ground provisions and so on, but I'm not really into farming. But if the homestead is there, so that we'll have the farm area, everybody will benefit from the farm, right? Yeah. Plus we'll be a community, so we'll all live there together. Xander run up and down. I will know my neighbor. I'll know the people 100 houses up the road from me. Right? And we'll all just share and live as a community.
I am looking to buy in the Cayman Estate area. Do you know if any are selling?
No, I don't know. I'd have to look.
What is the contribution to join the homestead?
So somebody asking, who is the beauty beside me? Yes, she's yes, this is my second daughter, Rachel. She's Xander's mommy. All right, so Rachel, say hi in Chinese. Ni hao. That's all I know. Ni hao.
Can you introduce me to a nice lawyer? Want to buy one of the Chemtech house in Old Harbor.
Hi, Dwayne. Yes, I can introduce you to a lawyer. But have you read the document from Chemtech? Sale agreement is what governs your sale now. So if you can read it and sign it, you're good to go. You're buying from a developer, so everybody going to sign the same agreement. Then it. Not that I can't recommend it to a lawyer, I can. I'm just telling you that you can read the document and sign it.
Miss Claudia, I want to say that I love you for what you are doing. for us with the streams on Sundays. I have learned a lot from you. I am rooting for you to be a top developer out of Jamaica.
Ah, thank you, Kelly. Top developer. CM.
Welcome, Rachel. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. That's all. Which language? Are?
Japanese.
Japanese. You know, in the Japanese. Tony, I did like a Japanese class. I don't know if you remember nothing about Japanese. So CM say you just reach. Hi, CM. Thank you for joining us. Adult child to a title. Oh, I'm to give it a lawyer. Look at this in the link for the lawyer. Or Tony, you can post a link for the lawyer, please. Look if you have the link for Richards and Richards, Tony. Richard.
One of these.
No. Scroll up. Maybe it's at the top. No. See it here. No WhatsApp. What do I see? I'm gonna send it to my email.
Okay.
All right, have another question for me.
Alia Johnson says, how is digital money going to change real estate?
Well, you tell me, Alia, how is it going to change real estate? What I know is that some fundamental things don't change, eh? Like owning property throughout history. Owning property is like a serious thing. Maybe we can search for it on my Gmail now. Owning property is a from time immemorial. So there are some fundamental things that just don't change.
Places to live.
People still need places to live. Richard just said that. From back in the days, there was always this. You need somewhere to live. You always have somebody renting your space to live, because living somewhere is just something fundamental in any economy. Now, I haven't studied digital money. So, I mean, I'm going to be caught with it like most persons. But I need to go study it. But it probably will maybe affect maybe Rachel or Xander more than how it will affect me.
How are your digital studies coming along? DOJ governor says Jamaica money going digital in 2022.
No, I'm not ready. But I guess I know that you said it's no, I have to go get ready. Now that you said it's no, I have to go get ready. My digital studies are coming, but I'm more learning all of the internet stuff, things and what I can do. Studying the digital currencies like the cryptocurrencies and so on is something on my list to learn. So yes, it is in my studies and I'm going to do it. What I might do is do it in the group that I have on Zoom. So we're actually wrapping up the book, Richest Dad in Babylon now. So maybe we should go on to digital currencies because it's very important and we have to learn it, right? It's like when they brought dollars and cents. And you had to go and learn it. You managed to find the link? I'm still trying to find it. You found it and posted it? Yeah? All right.
No.
Can't post it. Oh, that's the link, but you can't post it.
I posted it.
Oh, you posted it. Okay. So whomever asked me for the lawyer, that's the link for the lawyer. Richards and Richards, right? Rachel is pretty. Why was she hiding? Rachel, I'm asking why you're hiding. So we all need to get ready. You have another question?
I'm not seeing any more. Is there any that we missed?
Same. You want to see Rachel more often? Maybe Rachel could alternate with her sister. Rachel is more behind the scenes person though. Works from behind the scene. She works, she have a maths brain, so she works good with numbers. What other question you want me to take? All right, so you need to, we talked about, I'm gonna take the question that I see pop up in here. How you get rich? I think I answered that earlier, but for those of you who just jumped on, you do that by buying assets based on Robert Kiyosaki's book, Think and Grow Rich, right? Not Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is not Robert Kiyosaki. Think and Grow Rich is Napoleon Hill, which is another book you should read. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. You should also read a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. That one's by Cranston. But read it and read the book. I want to invest in property in Jamaica and build my retirement home there. I'm from the island of Bermuda. What advice can you give me and help that you recommend that will help me? Hold on. You're from Bermuda, so you're coming from a totally different country from Jamaica. Have you visited Jamaica? One of the things you should do is visit Jamaica. Spend a little time here so that you understand the people and their culture. And you have to spend a little time in different parts of the island. Different parts of the island tend to have a different feel and a different I wouldn't say culture, we're supposed to have one culture. But different parts of the island have different, because like when I'm on the north coast, it feels different from when I'm in St. Andrew. No? When I'm in St. Catherine too, it feels different. When I'm up in the hills, it feels different. Right?
Lots of different accents.
Yeah.
Different pace.
Different accents, different pace too, different lifestyle, right? So when I'm in the country, I expect to see water tanks and persons carry water and, you know, these kind of activities. I expect to see them also cooking outside. So they cook on they roast the breadfruit on the outside. And I'm in St. Andrew more, see people roast the breadfruit in them oven. So the lifestyle, you are them stovetop. So it's kind of different. So visit the island. That's the first thing. Visit the island and figure out how you want to live. You know, before you say, yes, this is where I want to live. So when you visit the island 1 or 2 times, so more than twice, you need to visit the island back and forth, different places. Just mix and mingle. You can check out the Airbnbs and stay in them and let the host help you to move around and so on, right? So you get a feel. Then you figure out now, okay, I want to live in St. Andrew. St. Andrew is the highest zone in terms of price. Then you go to Montego Bay and so on. Do you want to live in near a city or in the city? So like St. Andrew is a city. Do I want to live in Montego Bay, which is also a city? Or do I want to go more rural, up in the hills, or kind of thing? Determine too if you need access to internet. So like for us, we can't live without internet. So there's no way we're living anywhere without high Wi-Fi, right, Rachel? Not just for Rachel to go on Instagram, but for me to do my business, right? So you have to figure that out. And I'm answering the question about the lady who tells me that she lives in Bermuda and she wants to build her retirement home, and what advice I'm giving her. So the first thing is visit the island. Come and know the people. Move around. See if how we live, you can live. I had a friend who lived overseas in the States, came back here, said she went to retire. And the first taxi man jumped in front of her at the stoplight. She said she can't manage. She go back home, right? So, can you live with the first taxi man who jumped in front of you at the stoplight? Right? So you have to figure that out. I would say the culture. Then no, you narrow it down to the zones that you want to live in, and you narrow it down to the amount of money that you have to spend. Different parts of Jamaica, different price. So you got Portmore, different price from Spanish Town, different price from St. Andrew, different price from North Coast, different price from Portland. Different price, different way you're going to live. So you have to figure that out first, right?
Mm-hmm. And if you have to work or not.
And if you have to work, will you be working in Jamaica? No, I think she said she's retiring. She's retiring. She wants to build a retirement home.
Don't retire in Kingston.
No, don't retire in St. Andrew. Why not, Rich? Why don't want to retire in St. Andrew?
It's too noisy here.
It's noisy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's noisy in St. Andrew.
And it's hot.
And it's hot, yeah. So, Richard, which parish should retire?
Beggars on the streets.
Which parish should retire in?
Butcherius, St. Elizabeth.
You'd retire in Ocherius and St. Elizabeth. Yeah. Yeah, I'd retire. I'd probably more go to Ochi than St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth is really slow. Slow.
And there's a beach.
And there's a beach. Yeah. Do I represent buyers in the buying process? I'm more a listing agent. I more represent sellers. But if I have a property and I'm selling it and you are buying it, then yes, I'll guide you through that process. But to run around and look for the property, that's not me. That would be more Toni-Ann. So Toni-Ann is more a buyer's agent, but I'm more a seller's agent. So I mostly represent sellers. All right. And Marie says, thank you, Anne-Marie. You want to read that, right?
Both of your daughters has brains and beauty.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. I was blessed through no fault of mine. It just happened that way. I'm very blessed and I am grateful.
Retire in Mandeville.
Retire in Mandeville. Christine says, you've been to Bermuda. It's different. Jamaica have a vibrant culture, right? So that's why you need to visit the island. No, we tend to be very feisty. Talawa. If you step on our corn, we're gonna be a little bit boisterous. We'll just say sorry, and we're good, right? We're very vibrant, colorful people. We like to party. We enjoy ourselves. I just know them lock we down. So like me, them shut me out of the club then, but when I'm on the road, I'm dancing, I go to the car, do a little jig and so on, But we are very happy people and we really love fun. We love to have fun. That's why we have so many parties and clubs and all these things in Jamaica, because we just love, I don't word me I look for. I don't want to say we love the hype, but it comes across in our music, huh? It does.
If I live in a scheme unit and I want to do auditions, do I need an architect?
Yes, you do. Unless the scheme unit comes with the drawings already. So like Belica estate that I'm selling comes already with the pre-drawings. So you don't need an architect because you can only build what was designed. I think Ocean Point comes with the drawings already. So you can only build what was designed. Mm-hmm.
Retire in a place where there is security present.
School? That's the full question?
Yeah, no, that's the advice he's giving.
Where there's security present there every time, what?
Yeah.
Oh, every time. Oh. But remember, so the security not when you walk up and down when you're on the road and all these places. You go supermarket, right? So yes, you come into a gated, but remember how you live with people on the outside is important because you won't have the security with you 24 hours, right? So you must can step out, step into your vehicle, go to the supermarket, go to the market and all these places, which most Jamaicans do. 99% of Jamaicans have to do that, right?
Good evening. I need a reasonable house or land to buy in the Kingston area, Hillside.
What's reasonable? Reasonable to you is different from reasonable to me. You have to know your budget. You have to seek in your budget. Now, why a lot of you not finding what you want is because you're not buying what you can afford. So if your budget is 5 million, look for 5 million lands. You will find it. Just look for $5 million land. And don't look for things that you can't afford. So if it is that you want orange and you want apple, and apple more expensive than orange, and you only have orange money, you have to go in the orange jungle, go look for orange. You can't go in the apple jungle, right? You gotta see a million apple, you can't eat one. You can't afford it. So just buy the orange that you can afford. Any more questions, Tommy?
Not yet.
Not yet. So I think I've addressed that question about I'm over 65 and can no longer contribute to NHT. Can I buy in developments that are being offered under the NHT banner? Only if you're a contributor to the National Housing Trust can you buy an NHT house. You buy in cash and your budget is between 12 to 15. You can buy 12 to 15 Bell Acre estates that we're selling in Spanish Town. Richard, can you find it? Can you find the website? So we're selling 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom for 10.5. We're selling 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for 13 million. They're joined on one side. Somebody asked me for detached units for sale in Caribbean Estates. No, we don't have any. Benito website. Start in Benito. See there, come on. See there. No, see there. We're gonna bring up the Benito website. So that's what we have now in that price point. Now the window is closing on some of you to buy a piece of real estate because you waited too long. When we had the run last year, we had a serious run on real estate last year. Prices just, everything just move off of the shelf like lightning, right? So when they tell you that yes, you can afford a piece of real estate and that's the amount you can afford, then everybody, I want you to jump on it, right? Just jump on it. You're asking me if you have to travel back to J to join NHT. No, you can do it online. nht.gov.jm.
Okay. The website.
NHT is remember NHT have a website. Everybody go to NHT website. Everything is there that you need. Those of you overseas, voluntary contribution, voluntary contributor. That's the section you go under to find what you need to know to contribute voluntary to the NHT. Those of you overseas and you still haven't been able to buy a property whether overseas or here, NHT would be a good option for you. because you pay 3% of your income, you qualify after 2 years. If it is that you are contributing to the NHT before you leave, then you're only going to wait 1 year and you qualify. You get 6.5 million and you can buy property. I would say join with your children too. Remember, your children, you can sign them up on the NHT to a voluntary contribution. Merge the money, put the monies together, right? So I think they're now seeing the Belieca. This is a Belieca website, what it looks like. So we're selling these duplex. Do I have the pictures? So the property will have, it's a small gated, only 64 units, multi-purpose court, jogging trail, football field. It's off the St. John's Road. We have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom at 10.5 million. And these actually, this is the inside of the kitchen. So we have solid countertop, ceramic tile, windows, walk-in shower. It's pre-plumbed for your washer and dryer, pre-pipe for your AC in the bedrooms, and pipe for hot and cold water. What else I need to tell you? I need to tell you my number to call you. And that's me. 2926776. So the houses look like, but I can't get it in a bigger range wise. So I'm trying to find it. So we're selling the duplexes. We're basically sold out on the single ones. This is your budget. Just buy. Don't wait. Will you hear this? All right, let me get you to the house. Oh, I have a more recent video now. Hold on. Where's the house itself? I don't see the house. So I was clearing the land. Well, a more recent video actually broke ground and start building.
Let's scroll down.
That's strange. This video don't have the house itself.
Yeah, there it is.
This is a duplex. So this is one side, and then this person would be on this side. And I'm trying to find a video of the actual duplex. I'll see. So the extension, you can move from a 2-bed, 2-bath duplex to a 3-bed, 3-bath duplex. This is what I'm saying, that the expansion drawing is already there for you. So this is the unit. Bedroom here, bathroom, the kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom here. This is your living room and your dining room and your washroom. It can be expanded to go upstairs to another bedroom, a sitting room in the back, and bathroom, and so on. So the duplex can be expanded to a 3-bed, 3-bath. And I need a video of the house. That's what I'm not seeing right. Is there somewhere else it is? So you click here to apply. All right. How much you have to be earning to afford one of these at Belieca? All right, so let's go to the loan amortization and show you, or let's go to NHT. How I get to NHT now? So I'm assuming you're earning NHT Is Abby here? Are you sharing?
Yes.
That was fast. All right, so I'm on the NHT website. Sorry, everybody. I need some water. Brenda, can you give me some water, please? And the NHT mortgage calculator is right here, so everybody, where it says need a loan. You're going to click on it. It comes up here. So I'm the 26-year-old. What month would she be born in, Rich? 1995? 1995 there. Yeah, let us say you're earning 60,000 per month. Contributing, yes. Over a year, yes. Public sector worker, maybe not. Hotel, no. Or name on a title, no. So your name can be on a title to get the loan. Are you certified? No. Have you already received? No. So they ask you these questions because if you're a public sector worker, you get 1% less interest rate. If you're a hotel worker too, you get a lesser interest rate. If your name is on a title, you won't get the 6.5. Let's calculate. So this person earning 60,000 per month, who is 25 years old, born 1995, 26. So you can get 6.5 for below loan or open market 6.5. So you could get 6.5 towards a Jamaica. If you buy an NHT scheme house unit, you would get 7.3. But I can tell you that these NHT scheme units mostly go to the older persons who have been contributing longer. Now for the open market loan at 6.5, you're going to pay $17,724 per month, and you would get a 40-year mortgage. So let's write that down. So for the National Housing Trust, you could rely on a 6.5 loan from them, and you pay $17,724 per month. And I said how much I said was it? 60,000? I said she was getting 60,000 per month. All right. Now the debt service ratio for some banks is 50%. So you could actually get a mortgage of 30,000. So because you're getting 17,724 from NHT, let us see what $12,000, because you would have $12,000. So 30,000 minus 17,724, I'm saying roughly is 12,000, right? So you could still get a mortgage of 12,000. So Rachel, let us see what that is. Let's go to the loan amortization calculator now. Step that in. Loan amortization. Yeah, so far there. Oh. Things I want.
Yeah,
all right. All right. Are we still sharing? All right. So you need to make up that loan. So let us say 10.5 is how much the house is. You buy the basic one, which is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. You're depositing 5%. What is 5% of 10.5? Is it 600 or something? $600. Oh, it's 500 or something. So it's 525,000. So you deposit 525. So you really only need 9,995,000, correct? Maths branch from primary school. No, 9,065,000. 90, no, 75. 9,900,000 and no.
What is it? 10.5 minus 5.25.
Yeah. So it's 9,900,000 and oh my God.
The year-long division.
The long subtraction, you mean?
10, 5.
Yeah, I was right. 9,975,000. I know I was right because I used to work in the bar with my father and make change. 9,975,000. That's what you need to borrow. But you're getting 6.5 from NHT. So let's subtract that. You're getting 6.5 from NHT, 6,500,000 from NHT. So much you really need. 75, 4, 3. You need 3,475,000. Maths right? Everybody think so? 3,475,000. Put in 3,475,000 here, please. And she need the bank's going to lend you at 7.5. And they're gonna give you go back.
No,
They're gonna give you no, this is not gonna change. I need one that give her 40 years. Alright. Alright, what if I change the calculator? I have to change the calculator, the one that will give me a 40 year. Because you're 26, you're going to get 40 years to repay. So you actually finish paying when you're 66.
So up to age 30, you can get a 40-year loan.
Yeah. Because they give you maximum 40 years. If you reach age 40, you're going to get a 30-year loan. So that's why I must take the loan early, guys. All right, so let's look at this one. Still share my screen. So this loan amortization. So you just type in loan amortization in Google. So the amount that you're looking to borrow extra is 3,475,000. Your mortgage term is 40 years. And your interest rate is 7.5. So you're gonna pay 22. All right. How much I said you needed? 12,000. So on a 60,000 salary, you won't be able to do it. But if your salary is, you needed 12, so you need another 10,000. So if your salary was 70,000, you could get the loan. Because this 22,000 plus the 17,000 is 789, it's 39, call it 40,000. Debt service ratio is 50%. No, you can't do it on an 80,000 loan salary. So let us say you are earning 60,000 and you have a mommy who's earning 30, 40, 50,000, or a husband or a baby father, boyfriend, sister, brother, uncle, any one of these people. You could join with them if you're not earning the extra money that would give you this 22,000. Because you're really going after 3.475 at 22,867, call it 23,000, plus the 17,000 from NHG that you're going to pay back monthly. And that is how much? 40,000 in all, right?
You're saying, does that figure include closing costs?
For NHT, you don't have any closing costs. You have a closing, sorry, I shouldn't say that. You do have a closing cost. NHT is going to charge you either 4 or 5%. I don't remember what it is now. I can look at one of my daughter's one and tell you. But they're going to add it to your loan. So you're not going to see it. So if you're borrowing 6.5, they're going to add 4 or 5% to that. Put it on the loan and you're not going to see it. You're not going to pay them up front or anything. It just factor out in the mortgage. But the banks, some of the banks will charge you. There is a closing fee. The basic closing fee on the government side is only 2,500 stamp duty for the buyer. And of course, half the registration fee, which again is another small fee. 0.25 divided by 100 over the sale price. So I would say if you have an NHT, you're working at least 80,000, you're supposed to can do this.
Alright. Do you have to travel back to JA to join the NHT, or can this be done online in its entirety?
I'm not so sure. Go on the NHT website. Where's the NHT website? Go to the NHT website back right. You want a website to go to Cecile? You can go to our website, prestigerealtyja.com. Go to search in here so for volunteer contributions. See there? It's going for it. Search. Maybe because contribution I was spelled right. No. Oh, it's a volunteer there. Yeah, it came up. Go to it. So if you're overseas volunteer contributor, you want to go to the NHG website and read this, permanent resident or a citizen of that country. So either you're a citizen of the US, Canada, England, any country, or you're a permanent resident, but you must have a green card or a citizenship, right? You can't run off on your visa, your one entry visa, then do this, right? No. To register, you must complete the voluntary application form. You can't use correction fluid. Please note, holders of work permit are not considered overseas voluntary, and you must file a SO4, SO4A. Those of you working on ships and temporary jobs and these things, you're not on a voluntary, you must file a SO4, SO4A. You will need to have your tax registration number, TRN number, TRN, tax registration number, because you'll need this for the process. Once you have completed the form, you come in for an interview. If you're not able to attend the interview, you will need to submit a letter of authorization for your representative or agent to act on your behalf. The letter must be signed, stamped, and dated by a notary public or justice of the peace. Notice it says notary public. So if you're overseas, use a note, write a letter and say, I, John Brown, give Claudia Davis permission to go in, to come in and do the necessary paperwork or process to register me as a voluntary contributor under the National Housing Trust, right? And you get it notarized by a notary. You need the following. You need a TRN number. Just keep saying that. It's tax registration number, everybody. Your national insurance, your valid photo ID. You're gonna go and read this. Toni-Ann needs to remind me how they get the TRN, Toni-Ann. There's a process with that. You have to go into the tax administration website. Toni, you can place the steps in the chat, or she fall asleep. She probably fall asleep, you know. Type in tax registry, tax administration. So you're gonna go on tax administration website, everybody. Hearing? Tony's the one who handles these things for us, but this one you're going to go on and you have to, I think she says you have to register, right? You have to register. You have to do something and register. And then you get some kind of a login. Send us a request and ask us how to do it. Send a request and ask us how to do it. And WhatsApp it to you. It's there?
Number 26. Apply for a taxpayer registration number online.
All right, let's see if it's there.
Yeah, 19-page PDF.
So you see, they give you a 19-page PDF. No wonder people are always asking us how to do this. We're supposed to go through all of this and we go through it, guys. Oh my God. This is some serious things. But it's there. That's where it is, everybody. So we showed you where it is. So you can read it. 19 pages of how to apply for the TRN. Any question? Other questions? Rachel, have 1 minute. You want to lease land on the main, or you determine the cost? That I don't know. You lease land by the year, lease land is by the year.
And within my food in the development business, I currently have a 4-bed, 2-bath property at Lines Avenue off mine. So the 2 tenants pay $120.
Oh, good. That's excellent. So you want to get your foot into the development business. Excellent.
I'm planning on going to the bank for 15 to 20 million to further develop the property to rent out. What is your advice?
Send me a 2-part text. All right, Alphonse, I'll look at it later. I'm actually going into Zoom now to do the session on Zoom, which is Richest Man in Babylon. If you want to come into that session, you can WhatsApp me and send you the link. You're going to the bank to 15 to 20 million. Now, if you're going to borrow 15 to 20 million, you see, you have to make sure that what you're doing will cover the mortgage, insurance, the property tax, the maintenance for that property. Right? Whatever it is you're doing. And also make sure you have the proper blueprint and so on in place to do it. But yes, so if you have that, go to the bank, do the borrowings, and get that moving.
Right.
I think I answered Isabel here already. So Isabel, yes, if you're earning about 80,000 a month, you suppose you can do it. Underneath his mom, yes, Maxine, but he must stay with him, daddy.
Oh, Prime Minister at Chat to the Nation at 5 p.m. today.
Oh, yes. Okay, guys, apparently. So we're going to log out now. Thank you so much for being here this week. I guess everybody's now going to look at the Prime Minister's speech, all right? Again, thank you so much. It's on a PBCJ channel. It's supposed to be on JBC. Yeah. It's supposed TVJ. It's supposed to be on TVJ or CBN. If it's a public broadcast, would be there.
All right. Sai Jen. That's goodbye.
What's goodbye?
Sai Jen.
Sai Jen. That's Chinese. Sai Jen. Let's just say it in Jamaican. Bye. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for staying with us. So we'll see you next week.